It's my job now to try and summarise everything that's happened over the whole weekend, and it's not possible because so much has happened, and it's been an absolute blessing to just be involved and watch it. But for me, and I've got to be careful what I say now, I think that for me the standout moment was the worship at 8:30 on Friday evening. And I think it sort of summarises my experience of the whole weekend. I've got to be very careful here because I'm in danger of upsetting some very nice and important people. But I'm quite happy to admit that actually I am not a very good guitarist. Shock horror. When it comes to playing guitar, I cheat a lot. I use this thing, it's a capo. Really good guitarist. You ever watch Brian May? He hasn't got one of these, he's amazing. I cheat all the time. What I played and how I play guitar and how I lead is from a very amateur way. My singing voice, I'm quite happy to say, is not a great singing voice. But when I sing and lead worship, something happens that I can only put down to God. Jerry, bless him. Sorry, Jerry. He's not a keyboard player. He's quite happy to admit that. Jerry, bless him, has played keyboard all weekend, and it's not his instrument. Although he's done an incredible job. Yeah. Now, Jerry's been using the capo on the keyboard all week. Cheating like mad. It didn't matter because it worked. Stuart played bass. I actually heard Stuart earlier, actually, if you asked what is your instrument, he said bass clarinet. Not that we would recognise one if we saw one, but you know, bless him, did an amazing job. Ian, where are you?
I'm drummer,
I witnessed a horrific moment, Ian, yesterday, when you said that you'd never had a drum lesson in your life, and I won't name and shame anybody, will I, Chris, who said we can tell. Do you know, probably the singers are the most trained people that we have. Sam, where are you? Excellent, Sam. Do you know, it's heartbreaking. For those who don't know, Sam will be leaving us soon. She's got a job, and we don't want her to have it. But, you know, we do want her to have it, but we don't want her to have it somewhere else. Now, my point is that actually when we hit that first note, hit those first chords on Wednesday evening, we got no idea what was going to happen. Because each of us were bringing what are quite amateur things. And there was something miraculous that happened in that all those imperfect, amateur, not overly skilled things came together to actually create a beautiful time of worship. And whenever I've talked to musicians and people about how we work together as a worship band, I've often talked about what you need to do is not play your instrument, but you play the song. Which often means you step back, because what you play is to build up what is the central thing, which is the song. And there's classic examples of when somebody does the opposite. If you've got an electric guitarist, if you ever watched the film School of Rock, at the very beginning, he goes nuts, doesn't he? Massive guitar solo, but it ruins the song. Because it's all about bringing those little bits together for the greater good. And actually, Wednesday night, that happened. I wasn't a great guitarist. Jerry was not actually on keys. Ian was not a professional drummer. But God used what were humble gifts to create a better thing. We played the song. And actually that song became a beautiful act of worship for God. And for me, that's the story of the whole weekend. It's not just about music. We've all had our own little amateur bits. None of us here are professionals. Where's Andy gone? He's in the kitchen again. He's not a professional caterer. He's just served out of his amateur humility Mark is not a professional AV engineer. He's getting close. But you know, we've all brought our various bits. But actually what we've done is not focus on ourselves, not focus on what we've done. We focus on playing what I would say is the song. And that song has been worshipping God. Our theme for this whole weekend has been love God, love your neighbour, love yourself. And we've done it. We've all, in our various ways, even if it's stupid games and marshmallows and spaghetti, it's all been part of playing this weekend the song. I'm so grateful that it has worked. And actually it's come together as a beautiful act of worship. And God has honoured it because I truly believe He has blessed us in response. All that we've brought together and put together, He's blessed that. And He will use that. And I think, hopefully, as a church, we will be blessed. And we will look back and go, yeah, it was the start of things to come. So that's my summary. My summary for us is that as a church, we need to continue playing the song. And it doesn't matter about what our little bits are, because it's the bringing together that makes it beautiful. And to bring all that together, I introduced a new song on Friday evening called Making Melody. I say new, it's really old. It's a Matt Redman song from '97. And it's all about making melody in our hearts, and making melody in my heart for God. And it's not actually about music, it's about this idea of just bringing our bits together. So, to summarise, I think we're going to sing it again. So, noisemakers.
I'm going.
Easy going. So let's stand, and we'll sing this together.
I'm making melody in my heart here.
I think it's